Hello, welcome to Habiba Podcast. I am your host Temur Khan, and today we have Mr. Kamran. Mr. Kamran, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you, Mr. Temur.
Okay, Mr. Kamran, first of all, what is English language learning?
Okay, so if we talk about English language learning,
Okay,
it's a whole process, right? We go through four sections or four skills in English language, and that is listening and speaking,
speaking.
reading and writing, right?
Okay, that's great, Mr. Kamran. Second, what are some effective ways to set goals in English language learning?
So actually, you're talking about SMART goals, right? And we have to
Okay,
select them. First of all, we should select it which type of skill I'm going to learn, right?
okay,
As I mentioned earlier, that what should we learn? Writing, listening, speaking, or reading. First, we should select that, right? And after that, we should set goals for that, and we
okay,
should know that how much time we should give to that skill every day, right?
okay,
Then we should find some resources for that, and that can be online resources, they can be offline resources. If I talk about online resources, YouTube is the great example, right? We can
okay,
use Google as the best example and resource, right? Websites are there, articles are there. And if I talk about the offline resources, we have articles, we have newspapers, we have books to read, and to build that skill, right?
okay.
And there we have listening as well. And for listening, we have great resources. We can have applications, music players for that, and
Okay.
we can play podcasts or anything that suit to us. We should practice on that.
Okay, that's great, Kamran. We have a third question. How can learners improve their vocabulary building skill?
Okay, that's a great question. Learning vocabulary. If we talk about English language learning process, two things are very much important, right? And that is vocabulary
Vocabulary
and grammar.
and grammar.
Yeah. So the grammar is, how much important in English language learning
Of
process.
course,
That is 10%, only 10%.
10%.
Vocabulary is 90% important while learning English, right?
Okay.
So that's a great process if we are learning vocabulary. So the first tip is that we should read and write much. We
Okay.
should read like articles and books and magazines, etc.
Magazine. I see.
We will find new words in that, right?
Okay.
And after that, we should also write those words which we are learning, new words. The next step is that we can learn many words from a single word. We should never learn a single word, right?
Okay.
I will give you a simple example. For example, we are learning a new word today that is beautiful, right?
Okay.
So we should not learn only beautiful because we will forget them after some time. We should learn in a way that we should learn its forms, its adjective form, its noun
Yes.
forms, first and second forms,
Okay.
etc. Right? So the beautiful, its adverb form should be beautifully, and its noun form should be beauty, and its verb form would be beautify.
Okay.
So actually, we are learning four words from a single word, and we will never forget them, right? The
Okay.
next step while learning vocabulary is that we should learn its root words. For example, by root words, we mean the basic words which they have been originated from. For example, the root word for us with is translate, right?
Okay.
We should then learn affixes for that, suffixes and prefixes, right?
Okay.
And we should put them with those root words. We have learned one root words, and we will learn many words from that root word. For example, if I say translate, I will add a suffix to it, that is ion or tion. We get translation, right?
Okay.
So if we add or to that, we get translator,
Okay.
right? If we add ing to it, we're getting translating. So actually, we can learn in a funny and very exciting way, right?
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, that was amazing, Mr. Kamran. Next, our question is that what are some tips for consistent practice and progress in English language learning?
We should create a language learning routine, right? And if I talk about a research which has been done for anything that to create or to build or to develop any skill, right? We need 10,000 hours for that.
Okay.
That's too much, 10,000 hours.
A long time.
Yes. So if we are giving 1 hour daily,
Okay.
in how many years we will develop any skill, or if I talk about English language, we will learn them in how many years? Of course, we will learn them in 29 years. And you will get old in that, right? Learning English and while developing your skills. So I mean to say that if we give 3 hours daily, if we come to 8 hours daily, right?
Okay.
You will learn any language, not only English, any language. You will learn that in two years or 1.5 years. That is, you will reduce your time. So I mean to say that you should have a routine for that. And how many hours should I practice my English language daily? And when you plan a routine, when you create a routine, you should constantly work on that, right? Not like that, okay, leave for today, we will do it tomorrow. No, that should be done, right? We should do it daily.
Start from next Monday. So
Yes,
here
yes,
is a
exactly.
problem.
Yes, exactly that is.
Okay, Mr. Kamran, I have a last question. So, how can learners overcome common challenges in English language learning?
We talked about challenges.
Yes.
A great question. If we talk about challenges, the first challenge come while learning English. That is the fear. We fear speaking. We fear to speak in front of someone. We fear to write that we will mistake something, right? We will have a mistake. So first, we should overcome those fears, right? We shouldn't have any fears in that. After
Yes.
that, we should like when the fears have been overcome, then we should improve our English after that. And we should find our mistakes after that. While finding mistakes, we will be correcting those mistakes. And in that way, we will be developing our hands-on English language.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kamran.
Thank you
Have
so
a best
much.
of luck, inshallah. See you next.
Thank you so much.